I'm Kate, and I'm graduate student in animation program, and today I'll give you the presentation about it's a secret. And as an old saying goes, the man loves his sweetheart the most, his wife the best, but his mother the longest. There's no doubt everyone loves their mother. And what about America's role? The answer definitely is yes. Today I will talk about the Route 66, Route 66. The American Lovely Mother road. And at first, I will begin with the article that in terms of Route 66, America's first highway, and then I will give you some background about the Route 66 and tell you what's the American psyches, and finally I will use my own experience to prove the psyches and show my artwork, which is inspired by this psyche or this route. Okay, and now let me describe the article first. And as I've mentioned above, this article is named the Route 66, America's first highway, and you can find it in the AmericanPopularCulture.com, and the article is the reaction of the graphic book, and this graphic book collects of a series photographs then that taken by the photographer, and the author of this article give us an supposition that which he or she is a photographer and travel along the Route 66, and so at last the author point out the American psyche is its point, chance, and freedom, innovative, and independence. Okay. After to listen the summary of this article, I think you will have some question about what is Route 66, and I will give you some background about this road. And this is the Route 66. You can see this from Chicago to Santa Monica, and it was built in the 1926, about 2,448 miles long, but now it cannot be found in the current map. But still, a lot of people like to have adventured and beside these roads, because it's a kind of symbol. The Route 66 devotes itself to the last generation of American people and lead their spirit to continue its precious heritage, and it saves a lot of memory. And nowadays, there's still a lot of museums to commemorate this road. And Route 66, just like the American people, you can see. And now I will tell my reaction. From this article, I definitely know the American psyches, in which I mentioned above, and the Route 66 just like the American people is full of love and devoted to the last generation, and very kindness. it truly exists in every America's people's heart. And as I experienced when I just arrived in America, is when I just arrived at San Francisco's airport, and I feel so nervous, and I wait in the wrong line and until the visa official told me. Then I change the line and wait again. And when turned to meet, I'm so nervous and I forgot our school's name. And the visa official asked, which school will study at US? And I said, wait. And then the visa official didn't blame me. Then he gave me a big smile, and then I feel relaxed, and I remember the name. And after I told him the name of our school, then he even made a joke with me. And he said, I thought you forgot your school's name, and you are a master now. I thought you are the undergraduate student. And yes, I mentioned before, the American people is freedom. They relax, not like the Chinese official street, so strict, and their kindness full love, and treat other strangers equally. Now let me move on to my artwork inspired by this article, and I will make a story about make an animation. And it's a story about a tattoo man who lived beside the Route 66, and that place was flourishing in the past. But because the road was abandoned, the town was in the low population now, and I think it would be funny to make such a man live in this low population town beside Route 66. And I will make some research about this. The people about Route 66. I will go there and ask chat with the people live beside the road, and get some reference. And in summary, I described the article write about the Route 66 and give you my reaction and introduce some background about this road. And at last, I express my own reaction. I express my outward inspired by this article. So, what I say above, I can easily to understand American people's American psyches, exploit, chance, freedom, innovative, and independent. And thank you for your listening.